And we're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. We are the only show, folks, combining real sports talk and gaming at the exact same time. We're talking the latest in the world of the association. Yes, that's the NBA. Also WNBA and any college hoops. We also have a couple of gamers who are playing for cash and prizes, playing NBA 2K26 as we come to you on the platforms of FTF Sports, Next Level Sports, Nested Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, and ESTV is ISG, the intersection of sports and gaming, ISG basketball, powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. All right, we come inside here, folks. I'm Ridley, CBS Sports, ISG football, ISG college football, and of course, at the end of the week, it is always ISG basketball. As my guy, D. Scott, used to always say with the Orlando Magic. You got to leave it. Good to be back here as we talk the latest in the world of the NBA, man. It's supposed to be the downtime of the NBA. Training camps really don't start until about September. But you know what the NBA is? It's kind of like the NFL now. It is 12 months a year, 24/7, 365. So got a lot of news in the NBA. We'll get to all of it. Trades and everything else going on. Where's LeBron going? Well, today he said he's not ready to make a decision. I don't think there's any news value there, but that's the story with LeBron James. It seems like it's down to the Sixers, the Heat, and the Cavs, top three. Warriors still lurking. They feel like they have a shot, so we'll see about LeBron James. But shout out to the good people here at Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3, literally right down the road. I'm talking on Route 3, MetLife Stadium, or New York, New Jersey Stadium for the World Cup final that's coming up here on Sunday. Literally a 3-minute drive right down the road from East Rutherford, New Jersey to Clifton, New Jersey. And they are the guys that invented deep dish pizza back in 1943. Shout out to good people here, man. Packed house here tonight for trivia night here at Uno Pizza and Grill. That's my guy there, man. He does it every Thursday night here in New Jersey. They're always excited to see us as well. It is Lydia, as the kids like to say, here in Clifton, New Jersey. Uno Pizza and Grill draw their identity and inspiration from the origins there in the shot, Chicago. 100 locations in some 20 states. They also serve more than pizza, folks. They got pasta, steak, seafood, burgers, and more. Craft beers, great cocktails, and also vegetarian dishes for you health nuts out there. Check them out online, unos.com. Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. 100 locations in some 20 states. We'll go ahead and bring in the co-host for the day. Here's top left-hand corner of the screen. That is the Boss Woodmore. He's a writer for SI.com and also multiple other publications. He's from Atlanta, but he traps in those three rivers. It's the confluence, folks. It's the confluence. Those three rivers are kind, sir. Although you're not in those three rivers, you're in summertime Shy, right?
Yeah, I'm doing some AAU basketball, man. Checking it out.
And the three rivers, largest body of water to smallest. Go.
Okay. Oh, so we have the Monongahela. No. The Allegheny. No. The Ohio.
There you go.
Ohio. Hey, man, look, I'm out of town, man. It don't count.
It's the fog, man. Your brain's all fogged up.
Man, actually, hey, man.
Jet lag.
No. Have you jet lag and also this crazy air conditioning stuff that's going on out here and war-like conditions, but it's the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela.
Ding, 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 ding.
Man, sometimes, man. I guess I was thinking about the Michigan, Lake Michigan and all that stuff. So, you know, all the tributaries and water streams.
Right. All right. Good stuff. Good to have you here, man. Thanks for taking some time out for a piece of A Down. She's in the A Town. There's Andrew Richmond. She's a sports reporter in Atlanta. Real quickly, Andrew, haze, fog, smog down in Atlanta, or are you guys good?
No war zone over there. I'm actually concerned, Tobias. Thank goodness you escaped, but I think by the time you come back, you're going to run into it. I know it's foggy, it's hazy up there. Down here, it always rains in Seattle. I guess it always rains in Atlanta too, so we're fine. But
what a time to be alive.
Yeah. Well, it's the Canadian wildfires or Canadian fires. Yep. I think they said something about lightning. I did the news last night on CBS, so they talked about lightning, sparked some embers there in Canada, came down to Chicago. Now it's all the way over here to the East Coast as well. Here, Philly, New York, New Jersey, also
and
DC and Boston. Man. Yeah, all the I-95 corridor. Absolutely. You guys ready to get this thing started? Talk the latest in the world of the NBA, WNBA, and also college hoops.
Yeah, let's to it.
Let's do it. Let's take a look at the rundown here. Brought to you by our good friends at Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. Big news in the NBA, of course. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, the former teammates and college teammates as well. Did they play Kentucky together? I know they were at Kentucky. Were they there at the same time? I got to look that up. I need to double check that. Andrew, I know you got your computer. Double check that. Maybe they were a year apart, but I know they both played at Kentucky. We'll talk about that. The Spurs announced the firing of their play-by-play guy. We'll talk about that for cheating allegedly with one of the Spurs players' sister. We'll get into that. Wemby, speaking of the Spurs, 5-year rookie max deal. Everybody's excited for him, but they're breaking it down. He left about $51 million on the table. We'll talk about that. The T-Wolves introduced LaMelo Ball. That was a big trade that happened. T-Wolves are going to look drastically different next year. Will they be better? They seem to think so. We'll get everybody's opinions on this. And Caitlin Clark, guys, still a lot going on, man. The NBA talking about, hey, you got to suspend Alyssa Thomas. We weren't going to talk about that. Now this whole phantom call last night that she thought should have been called. Actually, it was the right call. Everybody's going crazy over it. Did she get kneed in the thigh? Doesn't look like it. If you look at the video, we'll show you that as well. Also got a couple gamers who are playing for cash and prizes. Here are the rules here. NBA 2K 26 Hall of Fame competitive rules. 1 week 1. Current rosters, we like to call those rigs. All 30 NBA teams are available. 5-minute quarters. King of the Hill format. You win, you stay on the sticks. How about the prizes? All about the money. $50 guaranteed. The winner gets 40. Runner-up leaves out of here with $10 in cash. And if we win 4 straight weeks, it does get progressively harder, folks. You can't win an NBA license ZipChair. Go to ZipChair.com. Literally make the best gaming chairs in the world. They also make gaming chairs, desks, sofas, stools, all your office supplies there. And they make more than just gaming chairs. They also got the NFL teams, NBA, MLB, NHL, MLS, and also NCAA teams and any custom pieces you want. Check them out online, zipchair.com. Also, when you win your first gaming chair, you will get an official ISG t-shirt. The shop is always open, guys, 24 hours a day. We've been selling them like hotcakes. Got plenty of t-shirts, hoodies, and long-sleeve tees. Get it now at theisgshow.com/shop. How about the matchup? 2 guys playing for cash and prizes tonight, NBA 2K26. No NBA games this weekend, so they get to choose based off the stories and the topics that we're talking about. Our King of the Hill, our champion, Jess Zyrell playing with the T-Wolves, whereas Chandler playing with the Spurs. Quick profiles of these 2 young men. We'll start with the challenger. Where's Chandler? There he is, Chandler Cooks. From the Metroplex, deep in the heart of Texas. Dalworth there, 24 years of age. Currently, he's in college, and he's working on being a graphic artist. Hopefully, he'll be working for ISG Media very soon. How about our King of the Hill, our champion? That would be Zyrell Rebels. Can he kick it? Of course he can. I've been kicking it all week, man, talking about the World Cup. He used to work for a soccer team there in Columbus, OHIO, the Columbus Crew. Now currently 24 years of age, an airline ramp agent. He is our King of the Hill. Let's take a look at the standings and get these predictions. Brought to you by MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Molly Pop taking a sweet world by storm with that pink bag promise, folks. You see that pink bag in your local grocery stores? Do me a favor. Understand you're getting high-quality produce. We're talking about sweet, crunchy grapes, 20 different varieties of grapes. Also, pressed juices online as well. Check them out online, MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. The sweetest record right now on ISG basketball is an about swoop one, 33-12. Look at that. He's got Andrew Richmond by, we'll call it 2 games there. He's got me by 6 games. So we'll see if I can make up some ground here today. Let us go ahead and bring everybody back in. We'll start bottom of the screen. The queen of the show. There she is, Andrew Richmond. Who you got? You got Los Spurs or you got Timberwolves?
I am creeping up right here, right? So I have to ride the hot hand. He's hot. He's on fuego. He's on fire. Shout out to Chandler. I feel like college football and football too. Shout out to him for getting some wins. That's his game. But when it comes to the NBA, it's all about Zyrell. Can he kick it? Yes, we can. We going with Zyrell because he's really real.
All right, it's real. It's really real. Navaz, who you got in this game? You got T-Wolves or you got San Antonio?
We're going to go T-Wolves.
You want to go T-Wolves?
Yep.
Man, I keep trying to pick Chandler. I really do, man. He's going to do it one of these days. He's really going to do it.
But not today?
It is going to happen today.
Oh.
I'm changing my mind midstream.
Yes. Stand on different.
I'm going to take Chandler playing with the Spurs. They're at San Antonio, right? It's at the Riverwalk, correct? If I'm not mistaken. T-Wolves at Spurs. Chandler gets the dub today, and he shocks the world. Let's go ahead and lock it up, Chandler. Don't let me down. I'll come find you in Dallas on the Metroplex down there. Chandler playing with the Spurs. Let's go ahead and lock it up. And our guy, Zyrell, it's really real. It's really real. He can kick it. Of course he can. Playing with those T-Wolves. May the best man win. We'll talk to the winner at the conclusion of the game. Let's do it, guys, right here on FTL Sports, Next Level Sports, Destination, Unbeaten Sports Channel, and ESTV. Let's go right now. Go. And, of course, that pregame show brought to you by good friends, folks, at Golf Zone Social, 3 locations. Where Brooklyn at? You got BK, Westnack, and Scarsdale. It's a sports bar and an indoor golf lounge with 16 total bays. You got 1 huge VIP suite and 15 other bays there. Got the simulators and the suites. It is where golf literally meets social. The best indoor golf experience that you'll find. Indoor golf games, meaning unparalleled social engagement. Folks, you can play video games on those simulators and those suites. You can play some 240 courses. It is a true experience. And it's more than just an indoor golf lounge, folks. It's a bar, a sports bar, lounge, and a restaurant all in one. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. We're back here inside of Uno Pizza and Grill. Look at it in Clifton, New Jersey. I'm Larry Ridley, CFB Sports, ISG Basketball, and we're powered All those good folks at Uno Pizza and Grill. We're the only show, folks, combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. Talking the latest in the world, the NBA, WNBA, also college hoops. Got my guys here with Nabaz Wilborn to the right of me. He's a writer for SI.com and also many other publications. Top right-hand corner of the screen, that is Andrew Richmond. She's a sports reporter in Atlanta. We're talking the latest in the world, hoops. Middle of the screen there on the right-hand side. Got a couple of gamers here playing for cash and prizes. No NBA games this week, so they get to play with the teams that are based off the topics we're talking about. Our champion, our king of the hill, middle of the screen, that is Zyrell, playing with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are in the dark jerseys. They're trailing now 3-0. Bottom of the screen is Chandler. He's playing with the Spurs. He's the challenger. They're the home team. They're in the white jerseys. All right, let's get to these NBA topics, guys. And the biggest story in the NBA is Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. Talking about those former teammates with the Miami Heat there. Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo had this physical altercation late last week. I want to say it was last Friday. Hero and Bam Adebayo with this physical altercation. It was in Vegas late last week at the Resorts World Hotel. We had a partnership with Resorts World and the Catskills, so we know those folks there. Hero says he wants to move on from that incident. The NBA did come out on Friday and say, Thursday actually, and said the NBA will not punish Bam for punching his teammate. Now, they said after discussing with the players involved and the NBPA, everyone would prefer to move on from this unfortunate circumstance and no further action will be taken. Hero, of course, it's believed that he had those comments about Bam on social media, these leaked DMs, if you will. That's what made Bam want to run up on him and as we like to say, stole on him and punched him there, and he left a mark around his chin, allegedly. Your thoughts here, Andrew Richmond, on Bam and Tyler Hero. How will this affect these guys going forward? And are you okay with the NBA not taking a step back and not stepping in on this?
First of all, I would like to say, confirmed they were teammates together at Kentucky, so
Okay,
you're
I
right
thought so.
there.
Yep, 2016-ish, 17, yeah, somewhere around there. Yep.
And unfortunately, I feel like that's what makes this a little bit more salacious, right? They've been homies for a very long time.
For 7 years with the Miami Heat. Go ahead.
Yes, they've been teammates and they've been homies for a very long time. In fact, there's actually video footage of if a fight were to ever happen, both of these guys were asked, who do you feel on the team would have your back? And guess what? Bam said he thought that Tyler Hero would have his back.
When a hero comes along.
It's a little bit of a stab in the back, I guess, because he ended up punching him in the face. Look, it's interesting because Tyler Hero put out, it's the same thing with KD, was talking some slick stuff about his teammates to randos online. I'm not sure why you're engaging with random people as extensively as you are. A lot of people like to say WNBA players are online. Everybody's online right now. We're in the social media age right now. Everybody's online. And so you're seeing Tyler Hero respond to some of his comments. But unfortunately for, I guess, Tyler, you talk crap, you end up getting, talk ish, end up getting hit,
Well, that's what Paul Pierce said. You write a check, you know what, can't cash.
Cash,
your mouth can't cash.
And he was talking cash money stuff. Bam is, there's also a physical difference too. I don't know why Tyler Hero thought this would be cool. Maybe it is a little bit reactive, but I think what helps Bam Adebayo is not only did Draymond Green do a similar thing to Jordan Poole, another former teammate. They were actually teammates, still teammates at the time. At least these two aren't teammates. But then also too, Draymond has a history. If there was anybody who was going to be suspended for punching somebody, it would have been Draymond. That didn't happen. Bam has less of a history and no longer has to be teammates with this guy anyway. So I'm not surprised there wasn't a ruling. Should have there been? I don't know. I mean, you're not really homies unless you hit, getting a little tussle at least once in a while, right?
You get a little, kerfuffle or something, but man, you still on me in my face, but I'm not looking and run up on me. I'm not saying you sucker punch him. First of all, Tyler Hero, here's a word of advice, guys. You can't let someone run up on you.
No.
You can't allow that to happen. Keep some distance. They get within striking distance. You might want to strike first. Just a little word of advice.
Tyler probably thought he was safe because this happened in the AAU. Right. He was teaching some AAU kids, so he thought he was in safe territory. Bam not gonna turn up to me in front of some kids, but.
Right. Speaking of AAU, Nabaz Wilborn is covering AAU. He's in Chicago and he's joining us here. Nabaz, your thoughts here on the NBA, man, and those guys being teammates, man. And here we go. We got another situation, as they like to say.
Hey, man, when you live in a world where so many people give so many opinions about so many things all the time, it eventually leads to these kind of things. There are people in this world who are not playing. There are people in this world who are still very serious in an era where everybody seems to think that they can just say things into the ether where everyone can hear them, and apparently they're expecting no consequence. Now, do I believe that it is right to hit someone because they said something you didn't like? No, I don't think fighting is ever a healthy or smart way to solve problems. However, that's not how Batman and Body seems to think about this. Now, I do not think it's wise. Also, let's get to the other fact of people forget one of the real reasons the NBA curtailed a lot of the fighting in the sport was
sponsorships and fans.
Well, but even further than that, I don't want my star player breaking his hand on someone else's jaw. I remember years ago, what was it? The Chicago Bulls. Was it Laurie Markman and
Bobby Portis, right?
Yeah, Bobby Portis.
Get into it, yeah.
Yeah, as I'm saying, and like both players got injured, both players' career changed. Also, never forget the infamous Rudy Tomjanovich situation where
that's the one.
Kermit watched it.
Right.
And that's the one that really changed. I mean, Rudy T's life was forever altered behind that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't want these two dudes who are making this kind of money hurt. I mean, it's funny until somebody orbital bone breaks. Right. It's funny until somebody, shooting hand is broken for 6 months and they can't play. It's funny until someone pulls something or injures themselves in some kind of way doing this kind of stuff. I mean, it's funny until it ain't.
Right. Andrew, when you look at these two teammates here, man, and let's look at specifically what he said about Bam, allegedly, right? With these leaked DMs, and we've showed some pictures of those. Talked about, the mid-range game and making $60 million and who has more support and who would be better on the team. Like, I'm not saying Tyler deserved this. No one deserves to be punched, but like, bro, you're kind of loose with your actions. Is that safe to say?
Well, it's funny because
now once again, I'm not advocating for violence, but like, bro,
no.
You're responsible for some of this.
Yeah, Tyler talked behind Bam's back, and it felt like a sucker punch. So literally, Bam.
Why is he talking to a random fan, though? Why is he talking to a random fan?
It's very interesting, and that's why I'm saying too, where like again, people have degraded athletes in other sports. Cough, the WNBA for being online. Everybody's online right now. Online is their world. A lot of players, a lot of people, we grow up in an era to where, yes, everything is happening online. You want to be involved with it. So obviously you're used to using online as a form of communication, but you really have to understand the risk assessment. It's one thing to just talk casually about people. It's another thing to talk really demonstrably against a teammate that you said years ago that you would have his back. So it's kind of one blow for another, a metaphorical one for a physical one, unfortunately. Not to say like this is fair, but I feel like Bam felt like he was betrayed in a sense. So, he took it to and escalated it, unfortunately, but
Tyler show feels like he was betrayed too now.
They both betrayed each other, man.
But this the other part of this too is where conflict resolution as a general thing is just lost in our society. Right. Everybody wants to go from 0 to
10,
1,000. Right. Not even to 10 to 1,000. Right. Like immediately. Right. And they want to go the harshest place possible because we live in a silly online society.
I'm not even talking about the police. That's a whole nother topic. We ain't got time for that.
That's what I'm saying. Model their society, honestly. People do model their society. That's a sociological thing.
Hey, man, but also when you live in a world with the current administration where they talk crazy, they say whatever they want to say. Everybody's talking. Well, the current country, the current nation. I'm in Chicago, and the may as well literally be
discourse everywhere online.
We're literally on fire here in Chicago. If you look at the sky with the way the way it smells and
to
the
be
way
honest,
it looks.
guys, I don't know if you remember. We talked about this on the news last night at CBS real quickly. It was worse like 3 or 4 years ago. That was the bad scene with the air quality.
Yeah, where
remember it
red
was orange for like a day or two. It was crazy.
Red outside.
Yeah, that was apocalyptic. But go ahead.
All I'm saying is, man, we live in a world where the world's on fire. Everybody's mad. Everybody's angry. People go the wrong way. I just don't want to see millionaires do this to themselves. Potential, because again, this could have gone a lot worse for these two. And hey, man, we're going to get our jokes off. We're going to get our giggles in. But I just don't want to see people modeling this as the instant way to solve problems. But also, don't talk trash on the internet. But again, people got mad at Tim Hardaway Sr. when he said current athletes shouldn't have podcasts. People got mad at that man for saying that. But
and you know what?
Have I been proven wrong?
But this is also,
yeah, I'm not
this
saying
is
you're
behind
wrong.
closed doors,
You're not
though,
wrong or right, but you have plenty of ammo. I will give you that. You got plenty.
I'm
of
just
it.
saying, man.
and this is behind closed doors too, to a random person that really didn't deserve a response. I'm not sure why Tyler. I know Tyler felt betrayed because of the trade, I guess, by the Heat organization, but there's no reason to take that out on one of your former teammates that you've been playing with since college, by the way, too. You've been together for 7 years. Y'all thought y'all had each other's back. It doesn't make sense. Everybody wants to talk their cash money crap online into people who are giving them crap, because to be fair, the people online also were instigating with him as well. But there's no reason why you should throw somebody that you mess with underneath the bus, and there's no reason why you can't talk it out before scrapping it out.
I got you. Real quick, I want to ask both of you guys in about 5 seconds. I saw this today. I guess the guy that had the leaked DMs, I guess he was talking today. He had this mask on. Was that real?
Boy.
I don't know if y'all saw that, but I guess the guy that Tyler Hero was leaking the messages to on DM, he talked, I guess, today.
This is very important because people are trying to get so they can get clout. So don't allow yourself to get caught, because people do not care about you. They just care about defaming you. And so Tyler fell for the okie doke, and then he got okie doke too.
10 seconds, man. Can wrap it up. 10 seconds.
All this is silly. Let's all do better. Grow up, get off the internet, and don't hit people because it's dangerous.
Well, you and I both covered college football and college basketball. What do we call it? The talking season, the silly season. That's what this is right now until the 2026-27 season starts when they hit training camp towards the end of September. Once again, Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. Physical altercation last week in Vegas. The NBA will not punish Bam Adebayo for making contact, punching his former teammate with the Miami Heat for 7 years, Tyler Hero. Keeping an eye on this NBA 2K game, and I was wrong. They're in the third quarter now. Our king of the hill, Tyrell, is back on another winning streak, folks. He's up 16 points now, making 15 points there in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break, man. That second quarter brought to you by first quarter brought to you by good friends at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant. Authentic Mexican restaurant, open 7 days a week. Great food, great atmosphere. Great affordable drinks and libations, folks. Are definitely flowing. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Mariachi shows every other Tuesday. You've seen it here on this show, man, with the costumes and the sombreros there. DJs on the weekends, late nights on the weekends too. They got the beautiful patio. The weather is fine here. The Golden Eagle, it is landed right there in Bayonne, New Jersey. Check them out online, AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com. More ISG basketball. We're back after a quick timeout. You have an opinion and maybe say you don't like them. It's just sometimes they go a little too extreme. That's a nice, juicy story right here, I guess. Welcome back here to ISG Basketball. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. We're the only show, folks, combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. Talking the latest in the world of the NBA, WNBA, and also college hoops. Got about Swimmer, writer for SI.com. Andrew Richmond, she's a sports reporter in Atlanta. Also got a couple gamers here playing for cash and prizes. Bottom on the 10-corner screen, that is Zyrell. Dark jerseys, playing with the T-Wolves. He's got a big lead up, about 16 points. Chandler, the challenger, playing with the Spurs. They're in white now. Got a big, big deficit to sort of overcome. The intersection of sports and gaming, the only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. Back to the NBA topics here. We're talking about the San Antonio Spurs in the news here with their announcer being fired by the team.
Buddy.
Yeah, this is a wild story. When I saw this over the weekend, I was like, what? The Spurs announcer fired for alleged cheating allegations. Now, his girlfriend allegedly got access to his phone, broke into it, stole it, whatever she did. I don't know if that's a crime. And posted about this other girl, right? That is the player on the San Antonio Spurs. What's his name? Lindy Waters, and her name is Lauren Waters, and she basically outed them and said they've got a relationship, showed them as well. His name is Jacob Toby, fired after being the play-by-play guy for some 2 years. The girlfriend stole his phone, like I said, and cheating with the Spurs player. Lauren Waters, the sister of Lindy Waters III. Lindy Waters, I believe, a young player from Oklahoma State. We'll start with you, Nabaz, here. I don't know about this, man. This is different when you're cheating on your wife and you got a family and kids. Just a girlfriend, and then the player's sister's involved. It seems like he and the player have a good relationship. I've seen plenty of videos and pictures of him with Lindy Waters. Like, I don't know if he should have been fired. I'm going to be honest on that.
You know, I guess the problem with, I guess, their firing is the embarrassment overall, which is becoming a recurring theme in society where we go too far with punishment.
Yes.
Now, yes, he did a thing that violated his romantic relationship. Shame, shame, shame. He shouldn't lose his job over it. Particularly,
for a girlfriend?
Yeah, for a girlfriend. I mean, particularly for jobs like these that are very difficult to get.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, any job in this business right now, especially in 2026 with all the consolidation in media and play-by-play for a team that went to the finals, and you lose it all because your girlfriend got mad because she went into your phone. She ain't even catch you for real. You know what I'm saying? That's not really catching someone if you got to go through their phone to catch them. That shouldn't even count as being caught for real. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I know it's messy, but I'm saying if you got to break into someone's phone to catch them, that ain't really that don't.
Usually, the breaking the phone is a confirmation of things that they probably thought, and that's like the ceiling you can't deny. But I'm saying you should not break into somebody's phone, though.
Right?
Yeah, don't break into nobody's phone.
Already
man.
pretty high at that point.
I don't like that.
Andrew, you're a woman here. Look, I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong. I mean, I don't care about that. Clearly, it's not right if you're deceiving people. But I don't know if he should lose his job over this.
Come on,
like, I hate to go into that front office and start looking at what these managers doing, the people in the front office and the Spurs front office.
Some of these owners.
And let's talk about a story prior to a lot of other things coming out that obviously changed the tone of the story. I remember the first week that the Diana Rossini thing came out, a lot of people were giving her all the crap in the world and said she absolutely needed to be fired. Obviously, other things came out consequently, but this is the same thing. I remained consistent then, and I will say it here. I don't feel like cheating on your partner. Yes, it is morally bad, but that being said, why is your employer in the business of judging you based off your morals? That should not happen. It was not fair when that happened to the lady who threw out trash in the street, right? It wasn't fair.
Shout out to her, man.
Yeah, she got a whole bunch of crap. It also wasn't fair prior to us finding out a little bit more. It wasn't fair for Diana Rossini the first couple weeks to get as much crap as she did. And it's not fair for him to also unfortunately fall on the sword
Diana
as
Rossini
well.
was different. Both of them married, and if she's using her access
and
things that
that's
a little different.
Things
right.
coming out. That's why I said after a couple more things coming out. But I'm just saying I'm sorry. People in this industry like to act like there's journalistic integrity that exists in
Holier
this.
than
No,
thou,
there
yes.
doesn't. There's no journalistic integrity.
Well, but
that
that's the
happens.
problem, though. There should
Of
be.
inference everywhere.
But
But let's be honest, that's not what it is right now. So it's
Yeah.
not
And that's
to say
another thing. She
it's
showed the
rules
picture
for
of the
thee.
camera roll or whatever they took. Like it's
Yes.
kind of messy. Like, oh
There's
Hey,
rules
man.
for thee and not for she, and that's where Larry talks about all these executives. But then there's also two other people. There's players who are cousins of people. Even if we're not talking about infidelity, people who are cousins, people who are brothers and sisters who talk about these people. So obviously they're biased. We all live in a biased world, right? He should not be punished because of that. And unfortunately, like Nabias said, a lot of our employers, we're getting to the point where we want to morally judge people because we don't like what they said, but this doesn't apply to all the executives and all the people in higher powers who can literally kill people and get away with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just feel like when you talk about employment, you talk about way of people living, and particularly when you talk about these type of jobs. Now, one could say, well, hey, he knew he had this kind of job, so maybe he shouldn't be sleeping with the sister of a player. You know what I'm saying? Like someone could say that. I just don't know. Even this, I don't know if it's the same thing as Rossini, because as a team broadcaster, you don't really have the same journalistic supposed integrity
Right.
Yeah.
you would as an insider.
Wait, listen to the Charlotte
You know what I'm
Hornets
saying? Like it's
broadcast
just levels
with
to
Dale and those
but
guys.
I don't know, man. All of it.
I think that's poppycock, to be honest.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, but from my well, again,
They're
I'm
homers.
old
You're
school
more of
writer.
a journalist
okay.
Yeah,
capitalization.
Like I actually look at it from like how I want journalism to be, put it to you like that, or what I think it should be.
Let me ask both of you guys about this real quickly. About Lindy Waters the third. How do you think he's feeling right now? How do you think this is impacting him and his sister? Like, do you think he knew about this?
Well, if he didn't, he does now.
I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't know about this.
You know,
He
sometimes
did-
people
I think he did know about this.
sometimes people know a little bit more than they do, and sometimes they're cool with it, or sometimes they just are empathetic. It's their life. Apathetic, I should say. It's their life. They've navigated. Sometimes they have suspicions, but don't want to escalate, and sometimes they truly don't know.
But what's the player supposed to? But what's he supposed to do? Beat up the team broadcaster?
Right.
I mean, is that what he's? I mean,
exactly.
not you're saying that, but I'm saying, but like, I don't know what the player could do here. His sister's a grown up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, it's her life.
It's interesting because you having so much background with the WNBA, a league where players have dated each other, even teammates and rivals.
Players are teammates.
None of this matters to me because of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so
there's more intermingling, and you can be professional without it necessarily bleeding into your professional relationship, which doesn't necessarily always work when, you know.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Would it be different if he was caught allegedly cheating on his girlfriend with just some random girl in San Antonio or that lived in another state and wasn't part of the team or a player's sister? Was that the part that got him?
I think the embarrassment part more because once it goes public, and again, because we're
look, it can go public if it's some random girl. I just think maybe
but that's what I'm saying.
The icing on the cake was the player's sister.
Well, I mean, to me, I think it's the bigger thing is everybody's so afraid of embarrassment. All these corporations, even though it's poorly as
you
they act,
can go to the White House and be president of the United States.
People are afraid of embarrassment for lower level employees, not for CEOs and for business people, and not for the everybody else and higher ups.
No. I'm glad. No. Everybody should be given the benefit of the doubt now. That's my whole point.
But that ain't what's going to happen. We know that. It's going to be
that's
selective. Like first, like we mentioned, a young lady who the trash with the trash cans. Yes, was that a really poor decision to dump that trash out of that trash can on camera in Times Square? Yes. But should she have lost her job, her way of livelihood, and be publicly embarrassed and humiliated? No. Like we gotta find a balance in this stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean there are people putting trash all over New York City. All right. We'll see about this. You think he'll maybe get another job? I hope that he does. I hope that he finds.
I hope he does, but it's tough. But you know how it is in this business, man.
Yeah.
When you like at that level where he got to, doing Spurs games. I mean, where's he gonna go from there? Where's he gonna go back covering high school?
And he only has 2 years in the industry too. I feel like legitimately probably Diana could bounce back, but he doesn't have much of a name for itself. So I don't,
Unfortunately, my first time hearing his name was this.
Yeah. I know the former Spurs guy. I know he had some health issues, and he stepped down in 2024, and that's when Jacob took over. Jacob Toby once again.
I hate this for him, man.
Yeah, I do
like
too. Finds his way back and gets another gig somewhere. I don't want to say he deserves that, but it would be nice.
Also, man, can we talk about people airing folks out, man? Can we stop that? Like, if he beat her up or something like that, okay, that's one thing. Like, tell us about that. But
we're our own police. The pen
But once again, she did something illegal. She broke into his
phone. Come on. What are we doing? I just don't like all this.
Is she going to lose her job? Is she going to get any charges, put on her? So I don't know. We'll see about all of it.
You know what's funny? She'll probably take them back, too.
Oh, boy. That would be crazy. Spurs announcer fired Jacob Toby for alleged cheating allegations with a player's sister there of the Spurs. And this player.
Oh wow, that's them two together, the player and the
the player and that's what I'm saying.
Because they're around the team.
Exactly. I've showed at least a handful of pictures of him and Lindy Waters III, talking to him or whatever. So we'll keep an eye on that. NBA 2K game is over, guys. Our King of the Hill does get the win. Playing with the T-Wolves over Chandler, our challenger who was playing with the Spurs. That second quarter brought to you by our good friends at Tottenville Bagels, located 3 locations, one in Staten Island, one also in Bayonne, New Jersey, and the other one in Avenel, New Jersey. A bagel born from tradition, hand-rolled bagels. Each one is crafted using time-honored techniques and ingredients. Popular bagel stores in Staten Island and all over the Garden State of New Jersey. Not only are they known for their fresh hand-rolled bagels, but they also have a wide variety of breakfast and lunch sandwiches as well. They've got burgers, chopped cheese, cheesesteaks, deli sandwiches, pancakes, waffles, French toast. The French toasts are fabulous. Love the bagels. They've got French toast bagels, cinnamon raisin, you name it, blueberry. They got all the bagels there. And those bagels are made daily right there on location. Once again, Tottenville Bagels, online, TottenvilleBagels.com. 3 locations, 6959 Amboy Road in Staten Island, 353 Broadway in Bayonne, New Jersey, and 495 Avenel Street in Avenel, New Jersey. More ISG basketball. We're back after a quick timeout. Welcome back here to ISG Basketball. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. The only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. Talking the latest in the world, the NBA, WNBA, and College Basketball. The NBA 2K game is over. Our King of the Hill, bottom of the 10 corner screen, Zarro was playing with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He gets the win over the challenger Chandler, who was playing with the Spurs. Got about Woodburn below the screen on the left-hand side. He's a writer for SI.com and other publications there. Also, Andrew Richmond, middle of the screen on the right-hand side. She's a sports reporter in Atlanta. All right, guys, back to the NBA topics. We want to keep it with the Spurs. Nice short topic here and subject here. San Antonio re-signing, not re-signing, but, giving an extension to Wemby. Victor Wembanyama signs a 5-year rookie max extension with the Spurs. I believe 5 years, $252 million. Now, he left about $50 million on the table, taking up about 25% of the cap instead of about 30% of the cap. So that's a big topic right now in the NBA. He wants to leave money on the table so the Spurs can be competitive and he can help and have teammates around him and build a better roster as far as constructing that roster. But also the NBA PA, they're like, yo, what are you doing? That's the difference between the NBA and Major League Baseball. MLB would not let this go and let this slide. But a lot of fussing from them. Remember A-Rod, when he was supposed to sign with the Red Sox in 2004? That was sort of a deal where the MLB APA was like, don't leave no money on the table. Your thoughts here, Nabas, on Wemby taking about $50 million less than what he could have gotten?
I get it. Great for the team. It's obviously great for the Spurs. I do not like it for the player for the simple fact that it should not be on players to have to give these teams back money. They created the second apron to protect themselves. The second apron and all these things they're doing does not make teams better. It does not help. I mean, the players are going to get their money, but they'll just go to the next place. But it doesn't help keep teams together. Like, for instance, look at the Celtics. They won the championship just 2 years ago, and now they're broken up in a lot of different ways. Nobody stays together, and that's not good for basketball. It's not good for the quality of the game, but good for Wemby for doing this. For him, I just don't like seeing players give up money. I never like seeing labor give up money, especially not $50 million.
Yeah, Andrew, your thoughts here? You think this is I guess people are worried about, you look at, people like Perk and some of these other ex-NBA players. They got a point here with, like, I don't want to say it's precedent setting, but, like, you got to be careful with some of this. And look, you want to be a good teammate and help out the organization as much as possible. But, like, leaving money on the table, it suppresses the wages for other people and everybody else in the league.
And that's why I don't like the narrative that's coming out from NBA players that are talking about the fact that the hundreds of millions of dollars, these contracts aren't enough to sustain themselves. If they phrase it better, like Jaylen Brown talked about how sometimes agents are taking advantage of players, financial agents, advisors are taking advantage of players.
Bad investments.
Or if they talked about the fact that the owners who are billionaires are taking advantage of everyone, including them, by not giving them their money's worth, and it's affecting everyone and not just them, then they would have points to be made and people would actually feel or empathize with these players for taking less money because of it. Unfortunately, a lot of these players don't have, I guess, the proper lexicon or class analysis to understand how to get that to everybody. But it is very important to talk about the fact that billionaires are taking advantage of all of us, and even the people who earn M's, hundreds of M's, are also getting taken advantage of. And we're seeing it right here with the second apron crap.
Well, also keep in mind, it hurts the fans more than anything. And I think that's where the players should come from on this, because it makes it difficult to keep teams together because the owners designed it that way. That's why you'll see Jaylen Brown get traded to the Sixers 10 years ago. That'd be unheard of. If you look at the history, those two teams have not traded together. Why? Because they're rivals. You don't do that. But now it doesn't matter because this is what the owners have created. Also, I don't want this to be a precedent set where if the next player doesn't do it, then he's selfish. He's not serious about winning, because that's what this sets up. Because that's what the owners want to set up, to where now whenever a star player says, oh, well, Jalen Brunson did it. Well, Jalen Brunson's dad played in the NBA, different situation. Victor Wembanyama doesn't seem to care about money as much as other people. Different situation. Everybody ain't willing to give up that kind of money. They shouldn't have to. This is the owner's problem, not on them. But, hey, this is Wemby's choice of his own free will on the court. Good for him. I just do not like that it sets the precedent, because now it's going to say, well, the other players are just lazy and they don't want to win. And let's not even get into the racial dynamics of how that goes when brothers start want to ask for his money.
And we're going to see if those Spurs go right up to that second apron, blow past the first one, go on and snuggle up next to that second. You better spend as much money as you can. Don't leave anything on the table as far as surrounding him with talent, because I know it's a small market. Look, I got this thing rolling down on the Riverwalk. The Spurs better do their job as well. by making this
Well,
team
they better go to the
uber
kitchen and want all these aprons.
So let's see. We're going to keep an eye on that. He took a little money to help the team. We'll see the team, push the envelope as well by constructing that roster. Keep an eye on this NBA 2K game. It's over. Bottom left, go to screen. Zarrell, our champion, playing the Spurs. T-Wolves get the win over the Spurs, who was played by Chandler. That third quarter brought to you by good friends at Fine Curate. Located on 920 Broadway Avenue in Bayonne, New Jersey, near Uptown, I guess we can call it that, Broadway and 44th Street. Open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, Wednesday through Saturday, noon to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Sundays, noon to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Buy, sell, trade, always buying, available in-store and online now, and you can catch them online on Whatnot. That's really big in the sneaker community there. And Find Curate. Folks, they don't only curate your outfits, but they also show you how the fits will look as well. Huge selections of sneakers. We're talking about thousands of pairs of sneakers. He just picked up another 800 pair from Portland out there near the Nike outlets, not the Nike outlet, but the Nike headquarters out there in Portland as well, in Oregon. They also have lots of streetwear, plenty of options there, thousands of pieces of clothes as well. Large selections of sneakers, Jordans, Nikes, Adidas, New Balance, and other options. Everything's there. Check out my guy, Anthony. Open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, noon to 8 on Saturday, and noon to 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. More ISG basketball. We're back after a quick timeout.
Man.
If I might combine these two, and we'll just drop one. No, I'll make this quick, guys. Let's get through this quick, all right? I got a quick sound bite, and just say, hey, will he elevate the team?
Okay.
Welcome back here to ISG Basketball. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. The only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. The gaming is over. Our king of the hill, Zarrell, playing with the T-Wolves, gets the win over the challenger, Chandler, playing with the Spurs. And speaking of the T-Wolves, got Nabas Wilborn, a writer for SI.com, and Andrew Richmond, a sports reporter in Atlanta. How about the T-Wolves introducing LaMelo Ball earlier this week? Of course, he was in that trade with Charlotte, a bunch of other players. I guess it lost Julius Randle and also Naz Reid as well. I want to get you guys' thoughts here, but let's listen to LaMelo Ball being asked about playing with the T-Wolves and the excitement there, and also playing with his fellow draft classmate back in 2020, Anthony Edwards. They both went 1-3 in that 2020 draft. Here's Melo on playing with Ant-Man and being in the Twin Cities. Take a listen.
I feel it could do a lot. I mean, I'm just coming here ready to play. And I'm here to learn and just, give them all.
What have your conversations with Ant been like about teaming up in this backcourt with him?
Yeah, I mean, I know Ant for a minute, so, I mean, we've been talking, just everybody excited, and we ready to get to work. I feel it could do a lot. I mean,
So that was Melo. They're talking about Anthony Richards. Not Anthony Richards. I'm thinking off football. Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man there. Guys, your thoughts here on the T-Wolves introducing LaMelo Ball. Look, they think he's going to elevate them. That was a pretty lofty word right there. elevate them means, all right, you guys have been getting to the second round in the Western Conference Finals with the team that you had. All right, are you guys going to get back to the Western Conference Finals and into the NBA Finals? That's elevation. Your thoughts here, Andrew? How will they play next year? I actually think it's a good fit. They needed a point guard, and they need to get bigger in the backcourt.
And you talked about it, and I said, and I shot it down first, but then I thought about it like as soon as the show ended, I was like, no, you're right. You said this was the best backcourt in the league, and I really do feel like that. Honestly, it really is the best backcourt in the league. If both of them can stay healthy, LaMelo and Ant can do some amazing things on the court. LaMelo, I feel like is disrespected because he's such a great passer and also a great shooter, but I think he's so good, and I think he can make a great contribution for this team. I wonder though if Rudy Gobert can be great and also Io too could be great at that 4 spot, then things could be cooking here in Minnesota. But those are ifs. But LaMelo should be good.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Nabas, 30 seconds here. Where do you think the T-Wolves go next year? Will Melo, how much will he elevate them?
I think they're going to be a real fun team to watch. I think it could be a Western Conference Finals team. I mean, I like the way he plays. He gets a bad rep. Now keep him off the roads, okay? Keep him off the roads.
Good luck with that.
But if you keep him off the streets, he has a chance to be really special in the games. And Anthony Edwards has been known to get a lot out of players. Also, Anthony Edwards will by far be the best player that Mr. LaMelo Ball ever played with. Really, in his whole career.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
And it's going to be good to lessen the load on Ant-Man as far as his ball handling opportunities there. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We got to come back. We got one more segment to go. That fourth quarter brought to you by good friends at 902 Brewing Company, located in Jersey City, a craft brewery there, producing those ales and lagers. Got about 20 different varieties of ales and lagers, handcrafted beers, and the best atmosphere. Curated good times made right there in Jersey City. Got the spacious tap room. They host a variety of events, and they have the beautiful rooftop, guys. It's overlooking Lower Manhattan, the Hudson River, and also the World Trade Center. Check them out online, 902brewing.com. More ISG basketball. One more subject, one more topic after this quick timeout. Ball. Good gracious. All right, welcome back here to ISG Basketball. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. The only show, the intersection of sports and gaming. The only show combining real sports and gaming at the exact same time. The gaming is over. Our King of the Hill wins, playing with the T-Wolves over the Spurs. Got Nabas, born a writer for SI.com. Andrew Richmond, she's a sports reporter in Atlanta. All right, guys, we got about 7 or 8 minutes to go here. Last topic, we're going to talk about this young lady right here, Caitlin Clark. Claims that she was kneed in the thigh. Now, once the video shows again, you're going to see like she was not kneed in the thigh. Here it is against the Valkyrie there, Indiana. at home, and that's just a play on. And Caitlin got away with a little push-off as well. They lost to the Valkyries 88-75. No foul was called on the center. He is Stokes. And at the end, at the press conference, she said, the ref can't miss that call. Baby girl, that was no call there. Look, we want to see Caitlin play. She's a extraordinary talent. But we saw the Chelsea great thing as well last week. Where, Chelsea gave her a little nudge to the stomach, and she felt like she got shot by a 12 gauge. And bent over. And this contusion that she said that she had, she came back and ran at the ref. Andrew, go ahead and take it away. This is not a good look for her. She doesn't need to do this. She doesn't need to do this.
She doesn't need to do this, but she is enabled to do this. And in order to explain that, you have to explain what was talked about earlier, or what was just released earlier, right? Recently, Adam Silver was asked about something that we talked about a couple weeks ago, which was Alyssa Thomas pushing Caitlin Clark, kind of pushing in her neck area. Yes, pushed her near her throat area. And it was a no foul during the game. And it ended up being escalated to a suspension. Everyone thought that Kathy Engelbert did that, and AT actually called her out for it. Meanwhile, the whole time, Kathy did not want to do it and was worried about a precedent from going from a non-foul to a suspension that did not happen in the league and not happen ever, especially with that any physical play in the league history prior to. It was Adam Silver who had his hand on it, and he admitted to it, talked about the fact that he felt bad for Caitlin. He felt bad because she had been a political football, and so wanted to assess the suspension.
Why is that?
Because he felt bad about her, and he knew her personally. Since when has a commissioner ever made a judgment on any of the rules that have been made on floor because they liked someone? This is insane, and this is enabling Caitlin Clark to not only whine and complain, to act like she'd been shot in the shot in the chest when Chelsea Gray barely made any contact. Right?
Those
she got the
shots
ref
are dangerous, man.
Lord of mercy.
In the face of a referee that has gotten far less, has gotten people ejected. Angel Reese has 8 technicals for barely doing anything near the sort. And I don't mention Angel Reese because of their history, her with Caitlin Clark. I mention her because she is also somebody that plays with a lot of emotional energy, but therefore she does not get the benefit of the doubt. When Caitlin gets the benefit of the doubt, not only from the referee, but the league office, and is treated like she's a favorite. Meanwhile, the commissioner for a completely different sport, the NBA, is owned by the WNBA, but that being said,
42% of the W.
It's still a completely different sport. When he overrides the current commissioner of the WNBA because he likes a player and doesn't acknowledge the fact that Alyssa Thomas was doxxed, was threatened by several people online, and also called derogatory terms, racist terms. It undermines the league. It undermines Caitlin, not only as a player. No one wants to see her whine and complain. It undermines other players as humans, and it also makes her seem like she's above the league when right now she's not even the first or the second best player on the team. She's the third best player on their roster right now. It's one thing to do it in a marketing sense, but to act like one player is above the rules of the league really sets a nasty precedent, and isn't good for Caitlin or the rest of the league.
Well, I mean, it goes against everything that I believe that sports should be. And here's the thing. As someone
you mean meritocracy?
Well, yeah, meritocracy, fair, honest, integrity, all those kind of things. I know we talked about journalistic integrity has been lost. But, I mean, what they're trying to do, I saw Dick Vitale, who, Jesus, don't even get me started on Dickie V. And
awful these last weeks.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, they should be treating her like royalty. Like, they treat her like she's a Fabergé egg. And honestly, I think it hurts her more than it hurts them, because I think it starts to put this thing on her. Because I told one of her people, I was like, man, I like her more than you do. They're like, no, I'm a hardcore fan. I'm like, yeah, but you don't believe in her for real. And what I mean by that is you want to hand it to her. You want it given to her. And no great basketball player ever, men's, women's, whatever.
No great athlete.
No great athlete in any endeavor, in any kind of sport, with any kind of physicality, ever just got to just coast through and just get it handed to them.
Right.
People want to hand it to that woman. And it's very frustrating. It's giving Karen energy. It is giving white supremacy in some really harmful ways. I don't want to attach to the player herself. I don't want because
to be fair, she's trying to dispel
because she has said now.
Yeah, she has.
Now she's not named it in ways,
right.
But she
and
has
she's playing into it in a lot of ways
not
as well.
Forceful as someone, but she has said it. You're not wrong. Go ahead.
But I think it's problematic because now she's actually playing into it. Like, we gave her the benefit of the doubt early, but there are people, like, for instance, a white player, Marina Mabrey, got a shoe thrown at her, and the very first thing that she said was, I don't think that Benaja Laney, the person who threw the shoe, it was her fault and that she intended to.
Because
Why?
She was trying to, she picked it up off the ground. Yeah, it was Liberty, yes.
Because quite literally, I don't think that she meant to, but also, too, there's a perception in the WNBA that white players are treated differently than other players, and that is
so
not
funny, by the way.
case. People
by the way,
love
that is so funny to me.
People love Marina Mabrey. The fact is, you have to understand that you are a white woman in a majority black sport, and right now we are in a racialized society so much that everything. A news reporter was just harassed and got the N-word thrown at them in their own office by complete random. You have to acknowledge your privilege, and when you weaponize your privilege,
Today's show, right, with Craig Melvin and those guys, right?
Yeah.
That was
absolutely.
here in New York.
But when you're a white woman in a majority black sport, queer black sport, and you weaponize your presence to not only get calls into your favor, but you also do not try to take the heat off of the player who is.
Let me ask this.
Harassed.
Can I ask a question?
You are opening up and you're allowing them to get harassed, to get racialized.
We got 30 seconds.
You're not seen as much an ally as you act like you are.
Well, I guess what's the balance between a player being a flopper and an aggressive type player who yells at referees and weaponizing their whiteness?
Right now she's leaning into it all the way, and I feel like in the NBA, somebody like Luka can do this without it being racialized because nobody looks at men's sports like that. Everybody is looking at the WNBA.
They want to be compared to men's sports,
and I think that
nobody looks at men's sports through the lens of everything is racialized. Right now, that's what everybody, including Dick Vitale, legendary authors like Christy, what's her name? I'm sorry, I can't think of her name right now.
Christy Brennan,
from USA Today.
They are acting as though she is a victim, and this has to say a lot about how women are viewed. This has a lot to say of how black women are viewed as well.
We gotta go. We got 15 seconds. I gotta go.
All I can say
as men's sports, and that's why she's not treated.
Guys, I'm heavy.
Well, I will say this: like we can't ignore. We had to get to the other side because there are racial issues in men's sports as well, but they aren't the same. It's just a lot. Man, there's a lot of play. There's a lot here.
We need like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's her cross the bear, and it's Elite's cross the bear, and she should step up even more.
All right, guys, we got to go. Let's go ahead and bring in the king of the hill. All right, guys, Zara, go ahead and unmute. Zara gets another big win. Nice and easy, man. It's like a drive on a Sunday afternoon, man. How'd you get it done playing with those T-Wolves?
Exactly. You said what you said, man. That's my guys. It's the Timberwolves, right? Like I know every player shot. I know all. I just know them. That's my team.
Right. Once again, he's feeling pretty good. He's playing pretty good. He's going to be a hard guy to knock out. We'll see him next week. This post-game show, before we get to it, guys, you want to be like Zarrell or any of these other players, man, you can join us now. TheISGShow.com/NBA2K. TheISGShow.com/NBA2K. Also, we got plenty of swag for you. You got hoodies, $59.99. T-shirts, $29.99. Long sleeve tees, $34.99 exclusively. Shop is always open 24 hours a day. TheISGShow.com/shop. Post-game show brought to you by good friends right here. Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. Invented deep dish back in 1943. 100 locations in 20 states to serve more than pizza. Got pasta, steak, seafood, burgers, and more. Craft beers, great cocktails, vegetarian dishes. Check them out online, unos.com. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here, guys, for our King of the Hill, Zarrell. Still winning, man. We'll see him next week. Andrew Richmond, peace up, 8 ounces in the A-Town. And there's my guy, About Swibborn, a writer for SI.com. It's the Confluence, folks. It's the Confluence, folks. Usually in Pittsburgh, PA. He's now in Chicago. We'll see him next week as well. I'm literally CBS Sports. Thanks for watching here. ISG Basketball. We're powered by Uno Pizza and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. Thanks for watching on the platforms of FTF Sports, Next Level Sports, Nessie Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, and ESTV. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the NBA offseason, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.